Good morning. How are you? Are we there yet? Good morning. Come on in. As it worked, it was playing up again this morning. I don't know, Facebook's fiddling, isn't it? Facebook's tweaking the knobs and a bit weird the layout at the moment, but that's okay. We're grateful. We're grateful to Facebook for allowing us to get together for free. Hey. Good morning. Look, I've got my new glasses on, so I'm in the room with you. I can actually see what you're saying if you chose to come in now. Is the volume any good? Lucy, I know you're in the building with us today, lovely lady. Here they come. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, everybody. Midsummer, is that your name? Midsummer Butler? Good to have your company. And today we're under the sea again. Here they come. Oh, isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely to know where you're going? You know, for me, it's really crucial. I'm more and more as time is going on, I'm getting into this new norm, you know, and every morning at 10 o'clock, I have to go and meet my friends and we doodle. And you know what? It gives me structure. Does it you as well? Where are you today? God, blue skies. I wish I could take the camera and go, check this out. It is blue, beautiful skies. Yes, it is. Come on in. Come on in, join the party, grab a seat. Sit in the shade, it's going to get hot, hot, hot. I spoke to Gracie last night because yesterday she put the wind uppers. Well, she put the wind uppers. She told us there was a hurricane coming straight through New York, which was a little bit freaky. That's really not what one expects. But yes, so she, I told her, because she's got like a window front, really big window front on her apartment. And I said, right, take all the gear off the windowsill and close the blinds. Because if there's flying stuff, then you don't want to be near a glass. You don't want to be near a glass front like that, do you? So that was a little bit touch and go. She said that a few trees came down in her street and a couple of buildings were damaged, but she was safe. What a caper. What a caper, eh? Anyway, come on in. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. And so today we're under the sea, aren't we? Well, virtually. Yesterday I was looking at old photographs because I looked back at where we were a year ago and there we were in Hawaii. Yeah, the real deal. The real deal. And am I glad that we did that, you know? Oh dear, couldn't do it now. Couldn't do it, couldn't afford it. Couldn't get on a plane. All that jazz. So I'm really glad we did it when we did. And I bet you've got memories like that where you think, oh, good job we did when we did, because we can't now. And how long is this going on for? Who knows, eh? Who knows? And so here we are in the shack, doodling away, keeping safe, aren't we? Good morning, everybody. This is so cool. These glasses, I can actually see what you're saying. Look, Ros, Anne, Hilda, Linda, Caroline, Kim. It's so good to have your company. And it's so nice to actually be in the room with you. So be careful what you say, because I can read you now. Blah, 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 blah. All good. My seahorse looks as if it's eaten all the pies, Mum. They're really skinny, frail little things. What's the time? Yesterday, Linda Williams, my mate, she texted me and she said, because when the lockdown started, I'd never done online. I'd done online shopping years and years and years ago when it was an A to Z thing, but I haven't done online shopping. It's never been my thing. And then, of course, when lockdown happened, all the online shopping slots were taken up like that. And unless you had an existing account, you were out of luck. SOL, as they say. So we haven't had that luxury, and so we've been going, you know, to the big wholesaler and getting the buckets of yogurt and that, and just getting whatever comes, you know, whatever comes really. And so yesterday, Linda texted me and she said they're opening up some slots with Ocado. Get on there and register quickly for you and your mum. I was like that, straight in. Friday night, 7:30, I have my first online delivery. And I sent her a list of what I ordered. She cracked up. And then I showed it to Dave and he just thought I was joking. Hang on, I'll show you. He did. He thought I was having a laugh. Hang on. Have a look at these while I just fiddle with my phone. Oh, I need the other glasses on. See, I can't. We're not doing postcards. We're doing sea fish, but I've got to show you my list that I sent to the. And this is a proper order, by the way. This isn't a wish list. Right, you ready? Look. Hang on, see if you can see this. Right, you ready? Cadbury's buttons, treat size. Cadbury's Dairy Milk. 2 Cadbury Dairy Milk. Cadbury Dairy Milk giant buttons. Galaxy Caramel chocolate bar. Galaxy Smooth chocolate large. Haribo Maltesers. Maynard's wine gums. Ritter Sport. Nut Perfection. Macadamia. I love macadamia. Waitrose fruit pastels. Oh, we did get a loaf. Seeded sourdough, £3 for a loaf of bread. Good God. I didn't even look at the price. Caraway bake. Look at the price of this bread. Posh. Look, we're back to normal again. Warburton's crumpets, 90p in the back of the net. So there you go. Chocolate. I know. Pathetic. I was so excited. I was like literally like the proverbial kid in a candy shop. I thought I'll calm down after a while. I will. I'll calm down. We can't eat chocolate every time, can we? But just the first time was a little bit of a party. And I just got caught in that aisle. And that was me. I was in that aisle and I was staying there. And you've only got to spend 40 quid. So I spent 90 quid on chocolate. I did get a little bit of, I did get some bread as well. It's okay. We haven't had any chocolate or biscuits in the house. So, catching up. Right, we ready to rock and roll? Oh, it's 2 minutes past 10. Come on in. Welcome to the SHAC. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. Because that's what we do. We keep each other company for an hour every day at 10 o'clock in the morning, don't we, Monday to Friday? And we enjoy it, eh? Another overcast day in Wales. Well, you know, we have this conversation all the time, Linda and me. I keep saying, why don't you move down to Crowborough? She said, could have something to do with the price of houses in the southeast, Barbara. Right, are we ready to start? I'm in one of those moods. Shells today. Shells. Yep, we're doing shells. I thought we got caught out yesterday, so we've got to do coral as well. Are you up for this? Get my old tracing pad out. I do enjoy it. Relieved that Grace is safe after the storm. Me too, Roz. You and me both. I remember when we lived in San Francisco. That was surreal as well, because it was always like, beautiful place, shame about the earthquakes. You know what I mean? It's like, what is going on? And in your car, every now and again, they'd come round the streets and they'd tell you what you needed, like you needed a water supply and you needed this and that, and you keep it in the car, and in the event of an earthquake, go and sit under a table or stand in a door. It was like, Kent sounds quite appealing when you hear this stuff, doesn't it? Right, but here we go. So this is safe under the sea. Under the sea. Right, this is what we're going to do. Lucy, are you there, love? I hope so. Yeah. Right, let's have a go, shall we? So we want to do, this is what we got to, didn't we, yesterday? He looks all right. I love his little crown. Right, so kelp, like that, all fluttering in the right direction. Starfish, hanging on for dear life. They're like clinging on, aren't they? Then we've got our 2 little lovebirds here, well, love doves. And then we've got our seahorse. And now we're going to put in, I thought the coral would be good. Where's my sketchy one? Oh, I've got them everywhere here. I do practice, you know, before we go live. I'm not a natural born talent. I do have to work it out before we start, guys. Right, so I thought, how about we do a little bit of coral. Do you like my coral? I thought it came out quite nice. I'll show it to you up close. See if you can see it. And then we can maybe bring the camera in a little bit. Have a look at the coral. investigate. So today we're going to do coral and shells, beautiful shells. Let's get the coral out of the way first. It's quite easy. Well, yeah, it is. It is. I think so. Let's have a look. Coral. So what we're going to do is, do you remember we said about the thirds? So I want to leave quite a generous third in the middle for the shells. Look, shells in the middle. It's going to be quite nice, that bit. So we'll just do a little bit of coral around the base of the seahorse. Okay, that'd be nice. Right, okay, so we're going to come up here like that. Do you know, like I say, always sort of skirt around. Don't press too hard, because this is only going to give you your kind of basic area. That's all we're doing now. So get your basic area going. Like, I'm going to come up there like that. I'm going to come down here like that. And I'm going to go like that. Right, very, very lightly. This is just going to give you your basic. Don't go beyond that. That's it. You can't even see that, can you? But I can. I'm in. Let's go in a bit tighter. Come in a little closer, baby. Hang on. Oh. Oh, there she is, standing on a chair again on a little stool, bless her. You got to laugh. You've got to laugh. Got to laugh. What is the point of being miserable? It's not going to change a damn thing, is it? So we might as well look on the bright side. Oh, I love that song. I bet you all, do you remember it? Always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Life of Brian. Bingo. Right, so what we're going to do now, you can see my outline. All right, let me do it a little bit darker. I can always rub it out. But because I'm not working on tracing paper, I'm going for it. This is easy, that's why. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make coral. So I'm sure that there's lots of clever ways to make coral. But what I'm going to do is make some holes like that. Not loads, just get the holes in first. We can, look, if we put the holes in first, I reckon that will be quite clever. Like that. Let's call that the holes, if you know what I mean. Because a coral obviously is full of holes, isn't it? So we've got that bit. And then what I want to do now is, it's like fingers. So we're going to really go, this is like the doodle of the day, right? So we're just going to go up and down like doodly. And if you want it to be, what would be the word? If you want it, let me do it on a bit of paper so you can see it. If you want it to be not round, it's not like one of those weird 70s lamps. It's not like that, okay? You know, like one of those oil lamps. Hold your pen upright like so, and then when you do your doodle, it's a little bit crustier than that. Look, see? So you're jiggling as you do it. Look, instant. See, rather than that, this looks like one of those games where you have a ring and you have to go round it, and then when you touch it, it goes, ah. But this is more corally, isn't it? Look, so you come in like that and you just keep jiggling around. Just keep jiggling. Look, see? Right, so we've got our frame here. I'll start here, and then I think, just have a look at it. Let's see what I've done, because I liked what I did. Now, can I repeat it? That's the question. See, that's where I might, but surely to God I can do that. Right, okay, let's give it a go. And so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to start going up and jiggle, and then you come round those bits, and you see, and you can make, right, just keep jiggling, and then, hang on, I've got to concentrate a bit now. So you go like, do you see what I'm doing? So this is going to be the hole, and you can make that a little bit chunkier or a little bit more irregular later. But what we're doing is we're just jiggling along like this, and we're making coral, look. So we just use our, and you can come round, or this, I might have to move this one. In fact, I think I do. Just get that out of the way a minute. Let's make that hole. I was thinking that would work, but if I come in like that, then I've got to come round a bit more. So I'm going to move the hole over a bit, like so. Right, and I could always come in here as well, look, hey. So this is going to be good. So I can come down, let's just join that up, because obviously if you think it through, if I had to colour this in, this is all solid, isn't it? This is the coral, this bit. So it's obviously got to work out. So coming round now, right? Keep coming, grey. Right, round we go. Oh, I'm off the page. Did you actually even see any of that? Oh, you div pot. Right, you didn't see a single thing, did you? Okay, sorry. Look, we'll start again. So I started here, and I go up like that, and I start jiggling all the way round. Did you shout at me? I bet you did, didn't you? Can't hear you though. I can, sorry guys. Look, see? So you go round like that, and you make like you just keep jiggling around, look like this. And then as you come round, see? So round you come, from top's better, you can see it better. So now, for example, I'm going to keep going, and I'm just going to keep coming round like this. So this is the hole here. So round I come, round the hole. Just jiggle. And then here as well, jiggle. There we go. And then here, this bit you'll be able to see it now, what I did. Sorry about all that. This is the trouble, isn't it, when you're the cameraman, the producer, the creative director and the presenter and the artist. It all gets a little bit overwhelming. Right, ready? So now I'm going to come round like this one, and now this one though is going to come back on me, because I'm going to make a really good, this is going to be a brilliant one. Right, up we go, like that, down like that. So all you're doing is this, see? Just keep going. And you can make as many fingers on your coral as you so wish. So now I have to decide if I want to come in a bit more. Yeah, there we go. Round we go. This is going to be cool. Right, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Right, there you go, coral sorted. And then, see, then we could do a little bit of that inside as well, and then attach it in a minute to there. That'll attach to there, and then that'll be... So if you were to colour this in, which we will do, won't we? Because we're going to ink it all up, but it should all join up. So this is all going to be, if I shaded all this in, then the coral will be perfect. So there you go. So make a shape, make your holes, and then jiggle around your holes, and make your spaghetti around the holes. And then if you shaded all this in, I'll just do it quickly. I'm not going to, I'm spoiling my best. I'll do it on this bit. Right, see, if I shaded all this in, like this bit here, this is going to be the coral, isn't it? See, all this bit's the coral. So now I've got to make, that's going to be the coral. There you go. So you might have to add a couple of lines as you go. But it's lovely. There you are. And then you've got your hole, haven't you? Right, so if that's the hole, you'll work it out as you go around. You might rub the hole out. You might use the hole as a bit more of a coral area, you see? As you colour it in, you'll figure it out. But this, the important thing is to get the shape, isn't it? So that's it. Oh, it just got hot in here. Got really hot in here. Are you still with me? Let's have a look. I need to check. Oh my goodness, all that chocolate. I know. Everything's better with chocolate. I think so too. Do you mind if I just open the window? Because it suddenly got really hot. I don't know if I've had one of my personal summers, but it does happen. It still happens. One of those. Oh, that's it. That's better. Bit of fresh air. I think the neighbour's gone out for the day. Pain. Right. Okay, so we've done that bit. Good. I need to colour it in so I can see what I've got, but I need to ink it first, so one thing at a time. Right, coral's in place. Now we're going for the shells. Now we're going for the shells. So let's have a look. If I'll just put this over here for a minute. What's the time? Oh, it's only 1:15. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Let's have a little look at some shells, shall we? I'll just slide this in for a minute. Let's have a look. I've made a little breakfast feast for us with some beautiful shells to look at. Look. So these are pretty amazing, aren't they? I'm no specialist. I don't know what they're called. I know that these ones are sand dollars. They are the sand dollars. They're beautiful. So, oh look, it's still got sand in them. Well, clues in the name. I gathered these in California when we lived there when the children were little. Yeah, look, they're beautiful. So we'll talk about the sand dollars. Then we've got all these beautiful, we've got scallops and conches and all sorts. Yeah? But they are phenomenal pieces of art. A lot of these are collected on the beaches over the years. Aren't they nice? I mean, phenomenal, really. And then I've got some really big, beautiful ones, like, look, like that, which is crazy good, isn't it? I mean, couldn't you just do a still life study of this? You know, just sit and sketch it. What a beautiful piece of artwork that is, isn't it? Hey? And look at this big, look at this one. Wow. All the way from my bathroom. Isn't that lovely? Look. I mean, it's an amazing piece of kit, really. Look at the front of it. When you look at I wonder if we can see that. Look at that up close. Look at the detail on that. Isn't that insane? That's all created by nature. Man had no part in any of this. That's phenomenal, isn't it? Look at the texture. I know. So this one, look, boom. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. It's my pride and joy, that little fella. I didn't pick that one up off the beach. I think I bought it at great expense in a shop. Isn't that lovely? And then we've got this one. This is cool as well. Right, you ready? I bought this one as well. Right, hold on. You might want to put your fingers in your ears for this one. This is how I used to call the kids for breakfast. Oh, blimey. That'll freak the neighbours out. Yeah, and I've got the window open. Yeah, back at ya. That'll do. I might do that tonight really late. Revenge is a dish best served cold, I'm told. That's why I didn't put any lipstick on, so I didn't want to put lippy all over my beautiful shell. Right. Okay. Oh, look, there's sand everywhere. Right, I want to show you something. This is fabulous. Right, let me just show you something. Because when we used to, and then we'll do the shells, we used to collect sand dollars, right? When we lived in California, we lived on Fort Ord for a while, which was an army base. It's shut now. And that's when Mark was born. And it was right by the highway number 1. It was right on highway number 1, just outside Monterey. And so we lived on base for a little while we were relocating. And you just had to walk over highway number 1. There was this phenomenal beach. And so my neighbour, she had 3 kids, and I had like the little ones, didn't I? I had Grace and Mark. And we used to go to the beach. And that mum and me, the kids used to sit on blankets in the shade, and we used to have teams. And then these sand dollars, these beauties here, they would get washed up onto the, but we didn't, they were dead. They were already dead. We didn't kill them. And as the ocean wave came in, it would crash onto the beach, and then these would get left as the water subsided. These would be left before the next crashing wave came down, right? And so my friend and I, we used to have to run really, really fast down into where the water had gone, where the water had subsided, right, where the tide had gone out. And we'd have to run in and grab the sand dollar and then run out again before the water hit us, before the next wave came. And we'd spend hours, and the kids would be cheering, and if she got one, then it was her team, 1-0, and then I'd have to go and get an equaliser. And that's how we ended up, look at this, with all these beautiful, look, with all these. And we turned them into magnets. Look, we put little magnet strips on the back, and we gave them to people. Isn't that great? Look, I've still got all the sand in the bottom, where it comes out the hole at the back. Isn't that fabulous? And it's a treasure trove. This to me is treasure. These are called. We used to tell the kids they were mermaid coins. This is mermaid money. And there's a wonderful poem attached to these, and I thought maybe we could share this and then we'll draw. But it's quite beautiful, right? Right, there's a lovely little legend that I would like to tell of the birth and death of Jesus found in this lowly shell. Right? If you examine closely, let's have a look. If you examine closely, you'll see that you find here 4 nails and a 5th one made by a Roman spear. That's a bit savage, but there are 4 holes and a 5th one made by a Roman spear. It's not very nice, is it? Yeah, okay, moving on. On one side, the Easter lily. Its centre is the star that appeared unto the shepherds and led them from afar. The Christmas poinsettia etched on the other side. That's a good one. There you go. Etched on the other side reminds us of his birthday, our happy Christmas tide. Now break the centre open, and here you will release the 5 white doves awaiting to spread goodwill and peace. This simple little symbol Christ left for you and me to help us spread his gospel through all eternity. There we are. Isn't that wonderful? So apparently, I've never done this, but you're supposed to open this, crack it open. It seems like a bit of a shame, but if we don't, we'll never know, will we? See, if you can hear it, there's something inside. I just thought it was sand. Let's do this one. There sounds like a little bit more in that one. We're going to do this together. So there's supposed to be 5 little doves in here. Shall we check? I feel this may be a bit of a flop, but we'll give it a go. If I break, I don't even know how to break it. It feels a bit sacrilegious. Right, here we go. Okay, so we're breaking it. And now we're going to see where these 5 doves are. They reckon. Oh, look. Oh my God, look at that. I didn't realise. Look at this. So in here, well, I can't find 5. Maybe they're stuck in there. Look, there's a dove. Can you see these little doves? Right, let me... Oh, look. Hang on. This is amazing. So actually, I hope I'm not boring you with this, but this is fantastic. Check out the little doves. They look like proper little birds. I don't know if you can see this. Like, look. 1, I've got 3 in here. I've got 3, I can't find the 5. I don't believe it. Look. And they look like proper little doves. Doves of peace. And they're inside the sand dollar. Oh my goodness me. Isn't that crazy? See the little wings? Well, I'll be blowed. And all those years I've hung on to these religiously. I didn't want to part with them because they're just so beautiful. And I knew about the legend of the sand dollar, that it was Christmas and the Christmas star and that, but I didn't realise, I honestly didn't, until I read that last bit and I thought, hang on a minute, what's that about? There you are. Isn't that great? I'm going to put that over there. Sand everywhere now. Sand everywhere. I've got sand between my toes again. Who needs to go anywhere? You just take a sand dollar and sprinkle it on the floor, eh? So now you know what a sand dollar is. And yeah, and we're going to draw one of those. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we're doing, and then you'll see my little sand dollar. And now it has a meaning. There, look, here he is. See? There's my sand dollar. These are really easy to draw. So if we were to start, if we look here, we'd probably start with this one first, wouldn't you? Oh, hello. I think we'll start with that one first. I think so. Let's just start with that one first. This one. And it's like an ashtray, isn't it? If you turned it round, this is a nice one. Ashtray. Barbara, filthy, dirty. Right, I don't smoke, I used to. Right, you ready? So let's do this thing. And if we do this one, let's start with that one, because that one's at the front, and then we'll work our way backwards. This won't take too long. I did practice. I told you I always practice. Look. See? So this is the shape. And then what you're going to do, so you make this shape like that, lightly. Okay? Do that one first. Then we'll put our wings on it. We'll put our wings on like that. This is this bit. Okay? Bring that down like that. Then we'll bring this one down like that. Yeah? And then we'll give it little horns like that. There you go. So that bit's like that, and that bit's like that. And then we're going to give it a scallop, really, doesn't it? It needs to be more along here. It needs to be more scallopy. What's this one called? I'm rubbish at shells. Don't tell me it's a scallop. See, and then this is going to come over like this. So this is what gives us the curve now. You see? Curve. Like that. And then as you come round, isn't that lovely? See, and then this starts to really give you the feel for this particular shell. See, and then these bits here, this has got a little bit of, just jiggle along really, and then bring in the texture from there, yeah? And then the same on the other side, like this. We'll bring this one in as well, like that. That looks a bit better. This was a bit too much. Slow, lighten that up a bit. Right, like so. Then you've got the little wings, and there's your scallop. See, so we're going to come over like so, and that will give it a really good leaning over. Yeah? So you're going to lean over like that. Right, so, and then we add these bits. So that's what we're going to do. Get that shape first, and then we'll go from there. This is what you're after, this shape there. Okay? Should we put it on our artwork? See, what I want to do, if we look at my tracing picture, I want to put this one here, and then we'll just put all the other shells. We've got loads, look, we've got loads of them. We'll just pick one and then draw it. We'll use this one first for the centerpiece, and then we'll work off the back, because this one's at the front. See, this has got nothing in front of it, so we'll go with that one. It's like stamping, isn't it? So we'll take that idea, and we'll put that right underneath the fish. If you're looking for where to put it, I'm sure you've worked it out by now. So I'm gonna get my shape first. So again, levitating a little bit, like so. Just let's get this shape right. Shape's cool for this bit. Doesn't matter if we go over a little bit, like that. Let's get the right shape first. As long as we're happy with the shape of the scallop. You can see when you look at it, can't you, that that's going to be about right. Right, so I've got that shape. Don't worry about the scallop along this edge now. Let's just get the shape in first. So it goes like that, and then it comes round here, and then it comes in like so. So that's the first thing. And then we're going to put let's call it like a little skirt, isn't it? So the skirt's going to come round, and it also hits that side really, like that, like so, right? Because I've got one of these. I've got so many, you'd think I'd have one of these here. I used to have an ashtray like this. when I gave up smoking when I was in California. Filthy, filthy, filthy. And and I remember I was trying to cut back. I was terrible. I was a Marlboro, heavy smoke, like heavy smoker, 40 a day goal. And I'd cut down to 20, and I'd cut down to 10, and then I'd cut down to 5. But that last 5 was really hard, I found. And so I used to go in the garage to smoke because the kids, Gracie was already, she was of that inquiring mind. And it was very antisocial it wasn't as accepted. Smoking was not as accepted in California, I'm telling you, as it was in England at the time, right? So I had this shell. I had one of these, like a big shell like this. And it was my ashtray in the garage. You understand. I regret it, I do. But what happened was, this is how I ended up stopping. Because Gracie, little madam, so she used to speak with quite an American accent in those days, because obviously that's where we lived and that's where she learned to speak. So she had quite an American accent. So she comes, Mommy. She's come in the kitchen and she's got this, embarrassing. She's got this shell with all the fag butts in it, all the cigarette butts. Like, Mommy. I thought, oh no, she's found it in the garage. She said, I wanted to listen to the ocean, but look. Yeah, and I was so ashamed. I was so embarrassed and ashamed. So I emptied it, scrubbed it out, and I stopped smoking. There you go. So I have Grace to thank for that. Mommy. So that was this. This is always that's why it reminds me of an ashtray, because that was the last time I smoked. Cool, it was hard to give up though. I found smoking harder to give up than drinking. I really did. So there we are. There's that lovely shell. You got yours in place? Mine's looking good. I'm happy with that. See, and then you can get your old, nice one. Yeah? That one there's better. I prefer that one. It's a little bit more round. This one's a little bit flatter. It's just a different angle, isn't it? But that's okay. It's a shell. I'm going to give it another go later. This one's nicer, isn't it? More ashtray-y. Right, so now we've done that. Now, let's have a look. Let's do this one next. See, these are easy, these ones. And all you're going to do is take a piece of tracing paper. This is a good thing, right? And then you're going to make, say you want to put it here, like that. It's going in underneath this one. So we'll make a little thing like that, like a shape. That's the shape, isn't it? And then it's like, so then you're going to make the first big one, like that. So that's the first one. And then it's going to come in again and again. And it's all it is doing is just... Look, there you go, there's your shape. And then that's tucked in behind there. So when it comes to this bit, which is coming round, you almost don't have to worry about. See, you're just getting that fabulous shape in. And once you've got the shape in, then you start putting the lines in, the patterning, fabulous patterning on the shells. So let's do that one. You can see the one here. Let's see if I've got one of them. I tell you what I have got. I have, where's that great big box of shells? Here it is. With the oldest bit of paper towel in. Look, there we go. I've got shells, I've got shells. You never throw this stuff away though, do you? This is years and years of gathering. There's one of them. Hey ho. There, look. That's not bad. There it is. But the one that wasn't my ashtray. That's a miniature one. I'm talking about, La Copa. Right, let me see if I can find one of those ones that's got that marking. Yeah, not bad. There's one that's got quite a good marking on it. Do you have a collection of shells like this? There's a good one. It's got little horns on it as well. I love shells. I think they are a completely wonderful miracle. So let's do this one then. Let's do this one. So we're going to put this to the top there. We'll put it to the top. So that's going to be the tip. And then we'll just bring it down like so. let's just do your shape. So you know it's going to be like that. Yeah? And then we'll make our first spiral, because this is going to be a spiral, isn't it? Right, like that. And it's going to come round like that. And let's make the spiral now. And as it gets closer to the further away it goes, it's going to get smaller, isn't it? See? So as the spiral gets smaller, oh, hang on, Gray. Say one thing and do the other. Sorry. Gray. Was machen wir mit dir? Right, there you go. See? And the more you do, the further it goes. Yeah, that's quite nice. And then what we can do, you see, we can bring round here, and then as it comes further away, it gets tighter again. See? So you're getting that illusion, aren't you? And the same again. This is going to be brilliant for colouring in. Big round here because it's right to the front. Then as it goes further away again, it gets tighter, look. It's easy, isn't it? Should we make that one the whole? Or not, whatever you prefer. Actually, that looks a bit weird. So this is going to be super in a minute. When we go to pen this, it's going to be so much fun, isn't it? Easy, easy, easy. Right, there's the first one. And then this bit here, I'll worry about this one. This one here. I'm not too you know, I've got to change this. I don't like it. Something not right. I'm going to change it. If you don't like it, change it. And that, my friends, that's got to be not just in your drawing, in life. If you don't like it, change it. Hey, this is better. You don't have to just accept it. Whatever's going on, if you don't like it, change it. Just change it. And you may say, well, that's easy for you to say. I've been with him for 45 years. I can't just change it. But change something. Change something. Because then at least you can say, well, I tried. Just change it. There. Right. Better. That's better. Did I just repeat myself? No, I made it rounder. This is definitely a rounder one now. It's got more flow. Right, so now, should we do this really long, thin one? There are loads of these on the beach when you go beach combing, aren't there? So this one's at the front. So let's do a long, swizzly one there. Yeah? That's the opening there. And then we'll make a long V like that. Like that, and then it's going to come round like so. So there's a long V, make it really long and dramatic. Yeah? And then we'll start here. It's like rope, this is. So turn it round like this. I find this is easier. So now, let's have a look. This is going to come round like so, like so. Do you remember that rope? Where did we put the rope? It was on one of our doodles. This was round, and as it comes into the point, it gets tighter. Look. It could go forever with this, couldn't it? This would be quite a fragile one. There you go. And there's the end. Easy. And then this bit here, that's the hole. Hang on, there's your... is that an abalone? That's not an abalone, is it? Oh, I'm rubbish at this. Scallop. Right. I know, I should have looked it up. Well, guess what? There's a lot going on at Clarity at the moment. Right, so that's that way round. I think I like that, but that's not... Let's go again, Gray. Do that, and then this one, I think I'm going to create another kind of a scallop going in the opposite, like that's more like it. Perfect. Interesting shell. Good, so we got that one. Look, it's only 22. We're going to do this a lot, you know. So how are we doing? Sorry, am I racing? Am I? Shells are not hard. Shells are not hard. It's just about looking at them, isn't it? Just about looking at them. Maybe, see, oh, that's a fabulous one. Let's look at this one. It's a tiny little thing. Look at it sitting on my finger. But look at the detail on it. Hang on, let it just catch. Is it going to catch for us? Maybe it won't catch because there's too much. No, it's not going to, is it? Because it's too small, so it won't catch for you. What about if I took a bit of black and came in with a bit of black? Would that do it? Yeah, there you go. See that tiny little shell? Look at that. The detail is crazy. And it's not much bigger than my fingernail. Isn't that magic? I just think these are just spectacular. Yeah. When we lived in California, there's a bicycle path in Monterey. It goes all the way along from where Fort Ord is, goes all the way around the bay to the aquarium. And every day I would walk with the children. Right, hang on a minute, let's do this one. So now we're going to do this great big one of these. Like, is that a conch? I don't know, I shouldn't say anything unless I know what I'm talking about. It goes like that, it swirls up. Right, I'm sure we've got a couple of marine biologists in the building. Can you give us a hand here, people? Right, so this one just swirls up like an ice cream, isn't it? Look. It's like a Mr. Whippy. But what I'm showing you, I mean, it is a Mr. Whippy, isn't it? But what's amazing is the patterning, because when we go to do our doodling into the pattern, look at the options we've got. I mean, I'm telling you, guys, and look at that lovely mother of pearl in there. All these years I've hung on to these shells, but look at that inside, and it never tarnishes, it never fades. It's as beautiful as the day I found it. Isn't that amazing? Right. So we're gonna do a Mr. Whippy this way, just like that. So this is taller than this one, the ashtray, this one here. So let's have a look. We're going to make it like that big, I think, and I'm going to make the end of it come up, so it's pointing upwards, like that. That'll work. So it's like that, and then when we've done that, am I still in the picture? All right. Yeah. So we've got this great big round piece, and then this is quite a big Mr. Whippy. Right, it's a big ice cream. Right. So we'll come round like so, but then this one's in front of that one. So it's like tyres, isn't it? So it's that one, and then this one's going to be in front of that one. So you've almost got to go back on yourself, but do you see what I'm doing? So you've got that one. Then you're going to bring this one in, then you're going to bring this one in. So it's little circles like that. And then you bring them round to join up, and that's how you end up with that beautiful, there you go, and then the end. What's the end look like? Yeah, just a beautiful little mother of pearl knob at the end, nipple, tit, whatever you want to call it. Look, it's beautiful, but it's mother of pearl. Isn't that fantastic? I know. Absolutely glorious. Fantastic distraction this is, don't you find? See, and what's interesting with these, there's the textures going round with it, not across, like that one was going across. This one, it's going this way. It's actually going with. So that's cool. So we can pop that in as well to remind ourselves when we pen. That's going to go that way, but then it's got markings going this way as well. So this is a real fabulous piece. There we go. But we can look back at that when we go to pen. We just want to get the shapes in, don't we? So then we're going to put another one in, and this one, it's another Mr. Whippy. It's one of these ones. Look, just up there like that. You're just bringing them all in now. So let's put another one in. This one's going to be a tall one. You could put a great big limpet in as well, couldn't you, if you wanted to? But this is quite a nice one. So let's just do a great big, like this. Look. This is all I'm going to do. Make it bigger as it comes down, because they do. There you go. That's a good shell. There's a shell, isn't it? With a little tit on the top. There we go. Nice. And then we've got a limpet. I know these are limpets. These ones, they cling. These ones here, they're lovely. They're like little circles, you know. And they hang on. That's why we say hanging on like a limpet, right? So, but we've also got our sand dollar. That's absolutely beautiful. So let's put a sand dollar in. The legend of the sand dollar. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 5 petals on it. So when you look at it, you see it here. It's got like 5 petals. Let's look at a bigger one, a larger one. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So you've got the 4 little holes. Got these. You've got that marking there, and sometimes they've got like. Look, I'll show you a picture. Look, see this one? That's obviously the hole that he was talking about with the Roman spear, which is not very nice. But look, see, they got these little markings as well. See how they come like that? So I thought, right, well, we could use these bits as our guide, can't we? Right, cool. So let's put a sand dollar in. Do you fancy this? I think we're going to put a sand dollar in up there. Just make a circle like that. It's a big one. Let's make a big one. Like so. There you are. So this is the sand dollar, right? And then what we'll do is let's put the flower in. 1, 2, it's sort of in the middle, isn't it? 3, like that. Hang on, I missed a bit. That'll do. And then it comes down there like that. Right, it's cool, isn't it? Look, it's authentic. Hey, listen. So we were going to put that one in like so, that one in like so. Let me just rub out all that rubbish in the middle. You enjoying this? I blooming love it. Takes me down memory lane, makes me feel 20 years younger. Crashing through those waves. We used to get absolutely soaked going for these, and we used to have so much fun. And the kids we used to cheer and they talk about the best things in life for free, you know? That was all we did. We just take a towel down or a blanket. The kids used to sit and cheer. I wonder if Grace and Mark remember those days. Oh, well, Grace might. Mark was a little bit too small. There you go. And then you've got your little dots. Boom. And I've made a little chips off the top like that as well. So there's my sand dollar. You could do a whole bank of them, couldn't you? You could make a whole bank of them. I don't want to break any more now. I've had my little dove piece experience. I don't want to break any more. I just can't believe that they're in there. They're in there. It's crazy. Beautiful, really. Right, so there's the sand dollar. I've made him a little bit bigger. Now I haven't got any room for a limpet. I'm going to put a limpet on the rock right here. So the limpets, I'm going to just stick him right there on the rock, like that. Because he's really nice. I love limpets. There you go. Boom. Limpet in the back of the net. So there's the limpet. You could do another one, because they're all over the rocks, aren't they? They literally, they cling. So there you go. So you could put another one there. It's around the back. Another limpet. He's around the back of that rock, hanging on. Hey. It's just like a Chinaman's hat, isn't it? That's all. Super. See, so this is at the front. This is the thing. If you look at the picture now, how you doing? Have you got your Mr. Whippy and your ashtray and your... Sorry about the coarse analogies. I don't know, Barbara. Then we've got this. This is quite a busy one, but I'm gonna keep going with this because I like this. And I need to, what I need to do you know, this is where the tracing paper comes in again. What I'm going to do is put this, let me show you what I'm thinking, right? You can't see this. So I've done this, but it's a little bit busy. Now I don't want to go in on my paper, on my actual artwork, and then figure out whether I've done it right. If I put a piece of tracing paper over it, you're going to think, has she just had a lorry load of tracing paper delivered or something? No, I haven't. What I have done though is figured out, like if I say this is, when we colour it in, when we colour this in or we shade this, I've got to know, okay, let me just show you what I'm talking about. I've got to know which bits, like I just show you, if I do this and I go round like so, and then I've got the hole here as well. Now when I go to colour in, watch this. It looks all very efficient. And then I'll colour this in. This works. This is all going to be one piece, isn't it? You see? So that works. You see, this is what I'm trying to show you. If I go round like that, this is how we make stencils. When we design stencils, you've got to know which bits fall out and which bits stay, haven't you? And so we use tracing paper. I mean, I do. Lucy, lovely Lucy, and Lisa and the girls at work and Jim, they use layers of photo. You know, they'll use Illustrator, for example, and they'll have different layers on their computer. See, me, when I'm drawing it, I go like this, and then I figure out, right, so that means that the plastic bit is going to be this bit, and this is going to fall out. You see? So I have to physically, because I'm that way, I'm just old school like that, I have to physically go through this like this and colour in over the top to see that this is what it's going to look like when I'm done. The bit that I'm colouring in here, just roughly, is going to be the bit, there you go, see, that's good, that would be there. There's going to be the stencil or the mask, whichever. I prefer to call them stencils. See? And then when I've worked out that actually functions, then I can go, right, now this is going to work. And I'll know that when I go in with my pen, because the last thing you want to do is take your micron pen, right, and then you're all doodle happy, and then you go round and then you realise, oh, hang on a minute, this isn't lining up. I've gone off-piste here. And so again, the tracing paper over the top, it shows you exactly which bit. This is stencil design. There you go. Now I'm giving away that trick as well. But that's how it works, you see? And when you put an overlay down, it's a lot easier to use that to establish what's positive and what's negative than putting the ink down, because while it's still in pencil, you can go, oh, you can always just rub out and attach. Tanging, we call it, tanging, see? So there we are. Have I missed any? I think we've got, oh yeah, one more big shell, one more beautiful shell. You see at the back here, I decided to put this one in, this here, you see, with these fingers, because I thought that would look so beautiful in the background with this here. Isn't that lovely? So let's have a look what I drew, because it's a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. Right, see, if you look, let me just show you with a clean background. There are the fingers, you see? Come in a bit, Gray. Like that. See the fingers? And they're sitting behind that Mr. Whippy one, that one. Okie dokie. Let's do that thing. Where's my artwork? Here it is. So, I want to start it about here. Let's make the shape first. You want to kind of get the shape in, don't you? So if we're going to put it about, I reckon it's going to come in about there, like that. Okay, so put your shape in. And you know that this is all going to disappear, isn't it? All that lot. Right, so this is my shape. And now I'm going to start bringing in my fingers like this. So I'll go up like that. And then I'll come round like that. There's another finger. Let's check the fingers on this. See? They're not that extreme, are they? Actually, not that extreme. Let's go again. That's all right, though. We can tone it down a bit. That's more like it. And then we'll come round. Okay, that works. Right, let's check it out again. So we've got that one. That's the outside. That'll do. It doesn't matter if it's a bit extreme. It's your art. There are no experts in this building, I'm telling you. This is your art. And now what we want to do, because if we look, do you remember when we looked at the front of this one? Let's check this out. Right, so when you look at the front of this, you can see it's got another sort of shell within it, hasn't it? You won't be able to see half of this, but let's just get this outside edge done, shall we? Let's have a look. 2. It's number 2, please. So here, for example, there, what I want to do, if you look at what I did, you can see I've did this, which is a little bit extreme, but whatever. And now we're just going to put this one in as a little shell within a shell. It's just pretty, you know. The marine biologists will be freaking out now, but do you know what? This is under the sea. This is what we saw, didn't we? Like, there you go. That'll do. And then we can go round. Here we go. Here comes the swirl, round and round. And then with this, what do we want to do? Let me just have a look at the... All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we've got a really good opportunity to do some shading in here. You see, this is going to make fantastic shading. And we could have a look at the patterns as well, because actually it's like a crosshatch, you know. When you look closely, it looks like amazing like that all the way through it. It's crazy good, crazy good. But let's get the shape in first. That's the key. So we've done that, and then we'll get rid of this bit, because that's going to give us our... Look, it's just a lovely shape, really. Okay, who says? There we are. And this is not a fish tank. This is not a fish tank. These are free. They are free. And he's even, I'll have to change the crown on him. But this is lovely. And then, of course, you know the starfish. So here, if you wanted to, you could bring another starfish in. Couldn't you? Let's have another go. Just put another starfish in here. Let's have a look. They've got five legs. 1, 2, like that. And then we're going to join them up. There you go. That one's a bit ropey. That's better. There you go. There's my starfish. Cool. Then we've got the little, nice one, grey, in the back of the net. It's not, I love it when it works, don't you? Right, so we've got our 5 legs. Then we bring them in like so. He's hanging on. There's so many things we could do. We could do an octopus. An octopus's garden. I'm going to be singing that all day now. Hey? An octopus. They're not very pretty things though, are they? Octopuses. Octopuses or octopi? An octopus's garden in the shade. Yeah, there you go. I think that'll do for today, don't you? We've done shells. We've done coral. We opened up a sand dollar and found 3 little doves inside. Little doves of peace. Amazing. Hey? Absolutely amazing. What am I going to do with all those lovely sand dollars? I might put one on my fridge to remember today. I think I might just do that. It's got a magnet on it. Hey? Why not? So Lucy, thank you so much for your help today. And I shall see you all tomorrow morning, I hope. What are we doing tomorrow? I don't know yet. I've got to figure it out. But I reckon tomorrow we might be ready to start penning. Yes, let's do the penning tomorrow. There's a boat that's got to go in. The surface, a few bubbles. You know what we could learn is how to do droplets. Do you fancy that? Let's do droplets, like water droplets, so they look like they're 3-dimensional. Could give that a go, couldn't we? Whether or not we use them or not, but since we're under the water, we could do that just because we can, shall we? And then if we get a chance, we could start with the inking. So to do that, what you definitely need a new razor, a rubber pencil, and we're going to go in with our micron pens. But you know, we've said it 1,000 times. If you haven't got this, then just get a biro, get anything, you know. Just join in. That's the key, isn't it? I'm going to clear all the sand away now. Anyway, listen, I hope that you enjoyed that. Have a smashing Wednesday. Stay safe. Stay in the shade, drink lots of water, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Thanks, Lucy. Lots of love to you all. Bye-bye now.